Good afternoon to everyone. It's Adam. I have my good friends over at the Terraces. They're joining me today to celebrate, National Assisted Living Week. Okay, so we're diving right in, bringing our community partners to the table. Today, I have Rachel and Ross from the Terraces at Bonita Springs. How are you guys doing today?
Wonderful.
Doing
Thanks,
great.
Adam.
Yeah, doing great.
You guys look super comfy. You must be in one of your beautiful independent living residences. Is that right?
We are in one of our independent apartments, one of our 2-bedroom apartments here at the Terraces.
And my feet are up.
Awesome. Good for you. Well, in shining light on Assisted Living Week, we want to bring you guys to the table. But Rachel, why don't you just tell our guests a little bit about, what the Terraces is and where you guys are located?
Okay, so the Terraces is a CCRC, if that actually means that we're the continuum of care. So we have anywhere from independent living all the way down to skilled nursing. So in a building like the Terraces, they have transition in mind. So in an essence, you'll hear often that you don't have to move again. We are a true essence of what that means. If you need any type of service in healthcare, you can get it right here on campus.
That's awesome. Yeah, and we've been bringing a lot of community partners to the table. But when it comes to a CCRC or a life plan community, I think that's so important to understand is it's not just about that specific assisted living portion. Is you have all levels of care that you can really benefit from. So when people look at that transition of making that move, maybe it is really attractive to have that as a huge added value. Not just for that person, but also the family members who might be afar.
Absolutely. They're not having to arrange the care. We're here to help them with that transition, whether it's a small hospital stay, going to our rehab, maybe a little bit of skilled for a little while, and then they can always transition right back into their assisted living or their independent living apartment.
Sure thing. And you guys are located right here in Bonita Springs. And is it right that are you guys the only CCRC in Bonita Springs?
We are the one and only.
Awesome. Well, that's something to be said, right? Well, I've been asking all my community partners one question, cut to the chase, full transparency, is more so on a personal level. Why did you guys choose senior living as a career path? So, Ross, do you want to jump in and answer that?
Yeah, basically, I started in 1996 as a caregiver, a CNA. I just wanted to see if I was able to do the whole nursing thing. I went to school to become a registered nurse, and I got that license. And fresh out of school, I started in long-term care. As I was in school, however, I thought there was 2 areas that I was not going to touch. One was OB and peds, and the other was geriatrics. So from one end to the other, I wasn't going to touch. And here I am 26 years later in long-term care. So again, I started as a CNA. I worked my way through, and here I am as the assisted living manager here at the Terraces, and loving it.
And Ross, awesome. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Ross, you and I have known each other for quite some time, and as I always said, I've always been Team Ross. You've been a great guy, and I think at the end of the day is your genuine ability and to care and compassionate. It all comes through in everything that you do. So kudos to you, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Rachel, do you want to dive in and tell our guests a little bit about what's your why? Why do you lift your head off the pillow every morning and do what you do?
Well, much like Ross, I started off in this industry very young. I started off at 18. I won't tell you how old I am at the moment, but I have been in this industry for 20 plus years. Thank you. I know I look young.
Do the math, folks.
But I've been the administrator. I've been the caregiver. So much like Ross, we've been in different roles. So I think the reason I get up every morning is I really like to help the families. I call it navigating the healthcare maze. I think I've done that presentation. I'm sure many people watching have seen it, have heard it. But that's why I do what I do. I like helping them navigate that. And I not only like to be a source, I also like to be a resource. So even if I get somebody calling me and we may not be that right fit, that's where I'm referring them to you, Adam, or I'm referring them to Shifting Sands down the road, adult care. Another big point that I want to reach out, and I had a good friend say to me once, actually, Bruce Rosenblatt. Is that how you say his name?
Rosenblatt, yep. Bruce Rosenblatt, yep.
It's better to be 5 years too early then 5 minutes too late. So I have that mentality in my head when I'm talking with families, because I often hear, oh, I'm too young for that. I'm too healthy for that. But to get into a CCRC, there is a health aspect of it. And again, we are here for transition of care, and you can start off at 65. So we're a resort style community, and we are looking forward to meeting anybody who wants to tour.
And the other part of it, Adam, you know, being in assisted living and memory support, you truly do get to become one of the family. Many times the resident lives here for quite some time, many years. So you become a surrogate family member. And a lot of, you know, even with the COVID into play at this point in time, and we're making phone calls and not really seeing a lot of people one-on-one, I've developed a lot of relationships with families just over the phone or Zoom or, you know, media, something like this, in which we've been able to take care of a lot of situations and a lot of concerns that way as well. So you become part of the family.
Yeah, and like as you said, now more than ever, right? You're becoming that extension of the family that, you know, when family members are thousands of miles away across the nation, they have to have a level of comfort with you, right? So, and I think there's something to be said about having that transition. Rachel, as you said, someone can move in at 65, fully independent, looking for that resort style life. And you get to see firsthand that transition if they need, you know, additional support services with home care or making that transition to assisted living or memory care. But you're through that whole process with them. So I love knowing that there is that resource for family members. So I want to share your information with our guest. If you are interested in taking a tour of the Terraces or just learning a little bit more about what they have to offer, please feel confident to reach out to them. You can find them right online at the Terraces at BonitaSprings.com or give them a call at 239-949-7853 and ask for Rachel, right?
Yes, please.
All right. Well, any last remarks you guys want to leave with our guests?
Nope. I thank you, Adam, for the interview. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Nice seeing you again.
Happy National Assisted Living Week, and I'm actually going to be popping by with a treat in the near future. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. We're looking forward to it, Adam.
All right. You guys have a great afternoon, and stay tuned, everyone. We'll be continuing our initiative to celebrating Assisted Living Week here at Golden Care. Talk soon.
Thank you.
Bye.